Hey, Mikey,
Hey.
from the poll that we just did, it was a little close,
Oof.
but we got somebody that hasn't shined yet. That's like her catchphrase.
Oh, good.
She a big woman.
The Banana Best Show! Greatest is cooking! Hell yeah! The Banana Best Show! Banana Best Show! Ring the sick in the dumb whoa! Laughing at them cause we want the smoke! The Banana Best Show!
We got t-shirts.
T-shirts.
I got the Cyrex one that's only available for this month of June
Yep.
until it gets locked away in a vault, and another one comes in on the 4th of July. Or the month of you know what I mean? July.
Yeah, that thing, the month that I'm at. And if you like this video, go ahead and like the video. Like, do a thumbs up. And if you want to, you can be shouted out like Mr. Leaping Lemur. Go check out his channel, by the way. He's a producer of the show. And you too can be a producer of the show. All you got to do is be a member.
Yeah.
And
we haven't pushed the member thing.
No.
If you do that, I think it's like a payment of like what,
$4.99, $5, something like that.
You become a producer. He says your name at the end. And
in the beginning sometimes, I don't know. It's somewhere through every video we will say your name until the list becomes like 100 people long, and then I'll be like, we're gonna scroll this BI.
Who's BI?
BI? B-I-E?
All right. you're very token. Token white guy.
Yeah.
We're gonna be talking about Pixie fat woman.
Okay.
I feel bad because okay, this woman,
yes,
a lot has been taken away through like deletion of like certain sites, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I found a video that from her beginnings to a year ago,
okay,
or around 2020, of where one of the first lolcows of the internet became a lolcow, and why. I have to be completely honest. Out of all the lolcows that we've ever covered, she is the most innocent one out of them all.
Wow, an innocent lolcow.
No, I mean, like, she does dumb things.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to point fun at them, and I'm going to make fun of it because she put it online.
Right.
Yeah. But as a person, like, she's not a bad person.
Right.
In the beginning.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I mean, she hasn't hurt anybody.
That's good.
But it's kind of a sad story.
Okay.
Well, the thing she does is weird, and her mental state now is even weirder. But let's see.
Dictionary defines cringe as to show disgust or embarrassment at something. Cringe has become a culture of its own on the internet. Whether it's embarrassing TikToks that make the casual viewer wince in disgust, or just the existence of furries.
I mean, amen.
Anyways, cringe, or a particularly cringy individual, is going to be our topic for today. Let's begin by talking about a certain group of people on the internet. One group of fanatics on the internet that have provided a plethora of cringe since the dawn of the internet, aka the dawn of time, are weeaboos.
Weeaboos!
So desu, I'm gonna cry!
I had this theory, and people agree with me.
Okay.
2 people have said, yeah, you're right.
People agree with me. 2 people.
No, like, they agree because it's the truth.
Yeah.
Not all weeaboos are lolcows.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this.
All lolcows are weeaboos.
Right.
It's some type of fashion.
I'm one of those 2 people.
Are you?
I thought I did. Did I not agree?
What are you, an anime?
What?
Oh, you're agreeing with me.
Well, I agree with you. What?
Dragon Ball Z doesn't count, by the way.
No.
It's mainstream. I'm no weeaboo. Huh? Don't judge me. So what? I got an Asian girlfriend. So what? Leave me alone.
Hey, next is my Neko collar with a bell. It's so kawaii.
Weeaboo is defined as a...
Yeah, I hope you're not like that.
derogatory slang term for a Western person who is obsessed with
It's a white person that likes Japanese things and thinks Japanese things are superior to everything else. It takes over their freaking whole identity.
Yeah, I'm
Japanese
not
culture
that.
and story of her interactions on the internet. Just and eccentric, and thus people look upon her existence as fascinating. Please do not harass her. In fact,
Yeah,
if a
don't.
wild PixyTeri appears, be nice to her. She is in fact the queen.
I like this
If you-
person.
If you
Who is
haven't
this person?
realized, we're talking about PixyTeri.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not making fun of her. I'm making fun of the things she's done.
Yeah.
And her outlook on her past events. So if she ever saw this, it's out of love
It's out of love.
and comedy.
If you are a follower of Lolcows on the internet,
I mean, this is what we do. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
Banana Bear
that's
means
us.
drugs to some locals.
Chris Chan is often
Sarx.
considered the ultimate Lolcow because of how long people have been following their antics.
I love how she says
Merriam-Webster
her antic him.
This makes me really angry.
Angry.
If Chris Chan
What? Why are we going back to Chris Chan?
Because he was the first little cow like man.
Oh, yeah, okay.
This is from am I saying it right?
Cecile.
Cecile McFly.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Or Celia. Either one of those.
Cecilia.
It'll be in the description correctly.
She has elf ears on her avatar, and she's dressed up in elf ears.
Yeah.
But she isn't a furry.
Chan is the Adam of Lolcowdom on the internet. PixyTeri is the Eve.
Corn dogs are yummy.
Also, piecing her history together has been very difficult, as many of the sites where her lore existed have not been archived. The main place that this woman was originally discussed was on the message board CGL.
Oh no, 4chan, they're evil. They're not. They find killers when their people can't.
Internet eccentric in an organized manner. But let me take you on this journey into my investigation on the one true queen of CGL, starting with her early life. Discussion about Pixie happened all over the internet from interested onlookers, and because Pixie was some kind of freak show in her hometown, people would join the various forums to tell their stories of knowing her in real life.
Oh.
An ex-college friend joined the Kiwi Farms May 27, 2015, to tell the users there that PixyTeri wasn't that bad in college, I'll bet a little weird. This was shocking to onlookers, as Pixie did not come off as slightly weird to those following her online. Another ex-friend of PixyTeri also came forward on Kiwi Farms to tell their story of knowing Pixie, that she never fully grew up, and that she is delusional. Delusional is the best way to describe Pixie.
Yep, local check.
Yep. That's like the biggest one. Like every single lolcow is delusional.
Pixie isn't a lolcow because she's bad. She's a lolcow because her delusion can be milked for entertainment. Before becoming a lolcow, Pixie seemed rather regular. She posted a journal entry to her live journal that reviewed her life from 2000 to 2009. Their readers find out that she graduated high school in 2003, that she had her first boyfriend in 2004 at 18-19, and that
Yeah, Mikey, it's kind of like a certain age that I know of somebody.
She is my age.
Aw.
she got into anime and conventions in 2005. In the journal entry, she tells that her and her ex had moved in together for a short bit, but broke up due to his harsh personality differences and the fact that she realized that she didn't love him.
Yeah, small dick.
After that, she started getting really into the anime Bleach and started to show interest in a person named
Okay, like I said, like with anime stuff, I don't know that much.
Yeah.
When I reviewed comic books on a website that we were both a part of, we had a guy named Moon, and he reviewed manga, and because I was running the comic book thing, I had him do like a little thing. He only read Bleach and One Piece, and knowing how his personality is, I would never get into those.
Chris. She writes
I don't care if it's a good story or not. That guy was weird.
that in 2008, she began to get an unhealthy obsession with Bleach, which, yes, she did, and that then is
Which is funny because if you drank bleach, it would make you really sick.
when she got into EGL, which is Elegant Gothic Lolita.
I don't know
/
why it's
Lolita
called
fashion.
Bleach.
Her unhealthy obsession with Bleach, her relationship with Chris, her interest in Lolita, her outbursts on the internet, her bad fashion choices, and her strange behavior.
Unhealthy obsession with bleach. That can be taken so many
I
different
know,
ways.
I know. Like the
Uh,
longest time, I'm like, what?
yeah.
behavior will all work together to get people interested in following her antics. Other strange information from Pixie's early life has also been recorded online via stories from her. One worrying story was retold in her Encyclopedia Dramatica article. Encyclopedia Dramatica is a parody wiki that covers internet culture and usually is based somewhat on truths, but it's written in a humorous, oftentimes offensive manner. The story told on the wiki page is about how her mother would force her to take tanning pills in high school. Tanning pills have questionable side effects, including possibly causing psychological dysfunction.
Oh.
Fun fact for you guys. Like I said, my girlfriend's Asian, so I kind of know this.
He forced you to
It-
take tanning pills?
No. Like I was gonna say, like
Sorry.
their culture wise,
Okay.
they're the opposite.
Yeah.
They don't want any tan. Like, so it's funny that like she's so wants to be like Asian, and her mom gave her tanning pills.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know.
It didn't really work because she's pale as you and me.
This led people to believe this
I'm
may
neon.
have been partially a cause to some
Same
of Pixie's
here.
behavior on the internet, though this is more of a conspiracy theory. It still was interesting. Though much of Pixie's early online activity is lost to time, I did try to piece together old posts to get an idea of what got her to skyrocket to being the idol of the Lolcow community during her golden age. The earliest posts I could find are from 2004 of PixyTeri responding
Why?
to people criticizing her cosplay. In one post from July 2004, Pixie talks of how she expected people to respond nicely to her cosplays.
Which, if you're online, expect everyone to hate you, even if you make a masterpiece. If you're the next person on earth, internet is filled with a bunch of assholes.
Yep.
They're just there, about to just shit on your parade. It's when they start actually liking it, they're like, oh yeah, fuck you all that, but it's kind of a good video. It's funny because also during her older phase, I could tell you this: women are fucking bitches online. Like this really reminds me of the whole girl world thing, which
Yeah.
I will never fucking cover. No, fuck you. Um, girl world is just what we do, but with women locales that eat and try to they bitch at each other.
Hmm.
All these cosplayers or cosplayer fans just attacked her for being fat. I mean, she is.
Fail. Okay. Edit 2. Bro, my bros. Sorry for the kind of fail post, XD. I have been sad lately. Okay, feel bad for me. Roar. And to be fair, the Lolita community, at least around this time, was pretty negative towards anyone. I read about a total
Yeah.
storm that happened because the community on CGL didn't like some girl's jacket. It's just what these girls do, I
Okay.
guess.
They're fucking bitches.
I don't
Yeah.
agree with it. I think it's just a dress, but hey.
And it's funny because like us guys, I mean, we're in the grunts of this crap, like with Lolcows and all that stuff. Yeah, people are like fucking assholes and all that shit, but like these women, like, man, they got some venom on them. And this was like back in the day before like social media.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Hey, that's why I'm not
Dang.
into it. But Pixie kept on with her Japan Idol dreams, and on November 5th, 2009, she applied to a program called JET that would get her to Japan. And sometime around this time, she began a job as a substitute teacher.
So she really, really wants to go to Japan because she thinks she is Japanese.
You might still be confused as to why Pixie is considered a lolcow. I mean, she
Yeah, I
posted
mean-
some cringy weeb videos in 2008. She gets mad when people give her advice, and she wears some clothes that aren't super amazing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was confused too. This is a lolcow that has 2 Kiwi farm threads, launched 2 gossip websites, and is still discussed in many different niche gossip forums on the internet to this day. I do believe a lot of the early stuff is again lost to time. But let's continue on my journey to
I mean, hell, our audience picked this locale,
Yeah.
and it was like I think 40%, almost most of the votes went to her.
figure out why this woman became so popular. So
Please.
2009 ends, and she still isn't that interesting. She probably posted some more cosplay that is cringe, and probably continues to do so. With 2010, Pixie was rejected from the JET program, and was obviously very upset. Also around this time, PixyTeri gets a Tumblr, which is now deleted,
Oh.
and not archived.
Aw, darn.
Tumblr. Filled with snowflakes.
Much like every other PixyTeri account. I do remember laughing at her
One day we will do it like a whole like Tumblr-ish, I think it was called, by Mr. Menaker. Because those things are hilarious.
DeviantArt
Yeah.
posts back in the day. I feel so sad no one archived them. But to be honest, the cringy cosplay she would post there, not the worst I've ever seen when I go to an anime convention.
That's a huge, that's a lot of ass, man.
Yeah, man. You need to cover yourself a little more.
Like, okay, I'll say it because, you know, he was the guy that named one of our shirts. The you know, one of our first shirts.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
He and I warned him, so I'm going to use the comment he made. When we were doing like the voting, he's like, he kind of has a crush on her. And I'm like, you sure about that? He's like, challenge accepted. Okay. I think it was Uranus Killer.
Mm.
Remember?
Yeah, I mean, it's up on the screen now.
I'd say the year 2010
It was a comment on the voting thing.
is the one where PixyTeri completely jumped into being a weeb. This is the year that she decided to give herself a Japanese name, Sarah Yukiko. And Miss Teri began getting more attention around this time, as she posted more and more photos of herself to gain attention and a following. So maybe someday she can become an idol in Japan. As said before, her DeviantArt is completely wiped from the internet, but one screenshot from 2010 still remains, dated June 28, 2010. Pixie posted a picture of herself in a bathing suit. Underneath, a rude commenter, referred to as haters by Pixie, responded to the picture with, "What's up with the extra set of boobs under your first pair?" To which PixyTeri responded,
Ugh, those are boobs. Those are lines from working out.
"This simple
I don't know about you, Mikey, but when I work out, I don't get an extra set of boobs.
back and forth became a meme on
I
many
don't get an
different
extra
image
set of
boards,
lines
often
either.
having the bros over on Fit, making jokes about Pixie's workout lines. The moment was iconic, and is one of the most memeable things PixyTeri
So-
has done.
You know, the funny thing is she's not fat.
Yes, I was getting ready to say the same thing. I mean, she's not that.
She's holding
Big.
in her gut, though.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what the lines are. Those are, yeah.
yeah, it's her bigger parts of where she's sucking in that's hanging out. That there's nothing wrong with that. That's a very not flattering picture, but
I mean, like, dude, her face is, oh my God.
yeah.
Like, a lot of those other videos, like, oh, she's not that bad.
Yeah.
But then you see that, you're like, oh, you look like the guy that owns the Dallas Mavericks.
I think maybe she just needs to work on her smile. Maybe I don't know. But
And
I
her
mean,
fucking chin. And, like, dude, it looks like,
okay.
so over here is fine. But, like, it just turns into, like, yeah.
But I'm just saying,
Her
like,
chin's more manly than mine.
what he commented on, I see it, but I also am like, it's fine. And I'm guessing had she not commented back, she would probably be a lot happier now.
2010
Maybe.
2010 was a different time. With more attention to Pixie, it seems people began to Photoshop her to make her appear more attractive to the various posters who made fun of her. Pixie was not happy about this, posting often to her live journal that she was already extremely beautiful. I'm not here to say PixyTeri is ugly, as beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but the problem that people had with Pixie is that she took the most unflattering photos and would act as if any criticism early on were people
Why?
being
Why? Why do you do this?
Well, Mikey, if you can't tell, that smiley face thing, or the koolie face, is covering up her vagina.
haters.
yeah.
This led to more people wanting to troll the young woman. Instead of backing down, Pixie would demand that she is indeed beautiful and curvy, and definitely not plus-sized. Pixie was
Nowadays, like, you know, because we had that, who's the living poop emoji? what's her name? That
I-
she made that song, she the fat girl. The fat black woman.
I mean, there's a bunch of them. Hold on.
No, the main one, like Lizzo.
Oh, Lizzo. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm not down with the
she's
hip.
she's fat, but well, I guess I'm not either because I know that like she's been blackballed now because of being an evil bitch. But when she was popular though, she was all about that fat, fat beauty thing.
Yeah.
Which I'm not gonna lie, if you're plus size and all this stuff, you can have a beautiful face.
Yeah.
You're still fat and all that stuff. You need to work out on that.
Mhm.
But like, that's fine, even for her, that she looks like the Dallas Maverick owner guy. I all that stuff. But you got to know that you're fat.
Yeah.
Like okay,
If
that
you're,
delusion is also not like healthy.
yeah.
And also in your mind, you think that you could fit in like small like outfits, and that's normal. No, because you're hurting people's eyes.
I mean, you can't expect people to believe your delusion. You have to come out of it and understand that you're not that. You're not.
Yeah,
that.
like if you got one of those penises, sorry to tell you, probably a dude.
Extremely delusional.
You're a dude. You could be a very effeminate dude. Cool.
Yeah.
You could be a dude that dresses up like a woman and trick
Yeah.
all those guys. Plastic surgeons are really good nowadays. Still, dude. This may play in later
Okay.
into this.
Okay.
Especially about her size. Again, I'm not doing this to insult her looks per se, but
No.
I love how everyone's a fucking pussy. All right, I get it. You want to be nice, and I tried being nice in the beginning of this too. But like you got to be honest.
Yeah.
I know on the picking scale of looks, I'm on the lower level. I know this. I made exceptions to that. That's why I'm wearing these glasses to make myself look cooler. But
I mean, it's a choice.
some people just hang with it. Like Mikey's wearing these green fucking things around his head
Yeah.
with his, orange hair and beard. He knows who he is, just with it.
she often poorly recorded her measurements and would buy clothes about 3 sizes too small and then
Whoops.
pose on camera with the zipper wide open. This whole thing would cause cosplay and Lolita enthusiasts to watch this in fascination.
Nowadays, people would pay fucking money for this because this is a
Yeah.
fetish.
Because why would this adult woman parade herself so badly dressed online? PixyTeri iconically responded to all criticism of her size on July 30th, 2010 with,
I'm sick of people telling me what I am and what I am not, what I can and cannot do. I'm a beautiful woman. I'm curvy. I do not consider myself big, nor a ham beast. I'm sure I'm going to get negative comments, but so be it. I am sexy. I am able to go to Japan. They will not call me a fat old white lady.
No,
I
they're gonna-
will.
Which one of you out there called her a ham beast? Step forward, please. I want to give you a medal. That's amazing.
I mean, that's old internet too. So
Dang. Okay.
ham beast.
Succeed.
and in the
At least she wasn't called like Porky, Pig,
Eh, I mean, that we know of.
or Heifer.
comments, she further wrote,
I will, but it hurts. I'm sick of haters telling me I can't when I know I can. So what if I'm curvy? I'm not fat, and if Japan thinks I am, that's their problem for wanting tiny, shapeless women.
Japan's
What
fault.
about their anime characters? What a contradiction. It's sick.
but Pixie was the victim of
The funny thing is because if you've ever been to another country, right, in Asia, our plus size is even more plus size to them because they like their women skinny,
Yeah.
with attributes, and that's it. They don't like Marilyn Monroe is ugly to them. But to me, Marilyn Monroe is like, perfect. Like,
Yeah.
not anorexic, not like has
only herself.
everything there. It's crazy.
There were multiple screenshots circulating of her insulting other women and their bodies, in obvious jealousy. She responded to the criticism that she got offended by negative comments, yet said stuff about other women herself with a journal entry from September 12, 2010, writing,
If anyone has heard anything about me insulting girls of different body types, smaller or larger, disregard it. It is a lie. I would never do something like that. Everyone is beautiful in their own way. It's me that is insecure and wants to be the best I can and lose more weight. So that's no way an insult to anyone, just a personal discretion about my body.
and in the comments, she responded to a deleted comment by saying that she was probably in a bad mood when she wrote the nasty comment.
At the gym, laughing.
Just in a bad mood,
JPEG
ignore it.
everywhere. Ask them what they're laughing at. Your fat stomach is so fat that it's coming out from under your size XXL shirt, LOL. That's not fat. Those are lines from working out. Them both right then and there, thanks to this gym of a line.
Here's another one from the same day.
See 1 out of 10 land whale riding her rascal scooter down the street. Start following her. The thing could only go 3 miles per hour, LOL. Say, hey fatty, fat, why don't you slow down and save some fuel for the rest of us? She says nothing. I repeat, hey, Chubsy Wubsy, you hear what I said? I said, save some fuel for the rest of us, LOL. She says, nothing. Hey, Ambulocetus, your arms get any fatter, you're gonna have to get cut out of that moo-moo, LOL. Stops.
What? This is like a bad comedy from the late 2000s.
Mikey, I understand you don't know anything about 4chan. It's supposed to be cringe.
Yeah.
LOL.
What the hell?
Rascal gets up, starts walking towards me, grabs my shirt by the collar, pulls me close. I think she'll eat me, whispers in my ear. That's not fat. Those are lines from working out.
If you could tell, 4chan made a lot of green text stories involving
Yeah.
the workout lines,
Yeah, they did.
which is a running thing. If the internet finds something that's funny, kind of like there's a lot of green text stories on B about having a revolutionary gun, like for the Revolutionary War, and talking old school as somebody breaks into your house and you kill them with your musket.
Okay.
It's so fucking random.
If you meet her in person, you can truly see how f***ed up she really is and how f***ing short she is, about 5'1". The rest of the article goes
That's short.
Yeah, it is.
That's short, dude.
Dang.
That's short. Oh my god, that's shorter than my girlfriend. My girlfriend's like 5'2". Like she real short.
Yeah. She real
That's-
short.
She's real short.
goes more into the delusion I briefly touched on and includes some information that will come later on in the timeline. But also, there included a lot of messages from her now deleted DeviantArt. Pictures of her asking for money but not wanting to work, as well as screenshots of her being clueless about world events. Soon, around the time
I
this
mean,
article
that's
got
fine.
featured, PixyTeri went on another one of her Tiny Chat streams. This is the
This is the pinnacle of like what made her a Lolcow.
Okay, so this is
only
where
Tiny
it
Chat
starts.
stream that has footage still existing today, and it was apparently
Because she was just like on the cusp of like people making fun of her, and she was a meme kind of.
Yeah.
But now this is like now you're getting into Lolcow things because you add that to this, and then the background of it is like, oh,
legendary. I'm going to need to give some backstory for this.
Okay.
Remember how PixyTeri is convinced she's Asian, right? Well,
Yes.
apparently she wanted to make her hair look as dark as possible to look Asian, but her mother
Uh-oh.
banned this mid-20-something-year-old lady from dyeing her hair anymore. Someone had told PixyTeri that by not washing her hair, she could make her hair appear darker.
Still living at home with her mother. In mid-20s. Oh boy.
Not only that,
well, she's a woman though, so some women are old fashioned like that. I understand that, but her not having a job doesn't help.
but people
Yeah.
told Pixie that Japanese people do not shower and only take steam baths, resulting in Pixie most likely not being the cleanest. In early photos of her, she seemed fairly clean and whatnot, but since her beginning up until now, with the delusion of her heritage, or heritage as trolls would call it, Pixie began to look
Harry, should you?
well, greasy. And people's suspicions of PixyTeri's poor hygiene were confirmed one fateful night on TinyChat, when she got online for sympathy, crying.
I don't know why they have to yell.
And in the background, you can hear her mom screaming at her to clean herself.
So just a reminder, this is a mid-20-something-year-old woman, right?
That doesn't bathe. Because she thinks that she'll be more Asian if she doesn't bathe. So she's not that. Common sense is left a cuckoo nest on this one. Because the
Yeah.
delusion of her being, I don't know if it got to it. I think because I'm trying to make it shorter.
Yeah.
She thinks that her mom cheated on her dad
With an Asian man?
with an Asian businessman. That's why she's Asian, but she's not.
Mwah.
And saying that even animals clean themselves.
It's fair.
Meanwhile, on the stream, fans of the Church of PixyTeri were trying to cheer her up.
Hey, Pixie. You should probably get out the house for a while.
They don't even care about my feelings. They just.
I'm not gonna have my house stolen. You want to think up something? Go think up something else.
I mean, that's fair. This is all fair. She is. If you don't want to live like that, like, if you want to live the way you want, go get your own house. Go get your own place.
I just love the fact that, like, the mom, like, I don't know if the mom knew she was online,
Yeah.
but just yelling like this, like, damn, dude. Your own mother just, like, got her kill shot in.
Jesus Christ.
Things really ramped up from here. People who knew Pixie in real life began to come to CGL to tell stories of her. One coworker wrote a Q&A on November 28, 2011. A friend of hers also came to the forum to defend her about her ex. I think there were more people who knew her, who came out to bring more drama during this time. And judging by the limited information I could find about this time, it must have been insane. There were rumors circulating about tales of sexual escapades. There were people contacting her family and sending them nudes. Someone even said someone contacted her father's work. I do believe that trolls had been speaking to her to get nudes, much like people had done to Christian on the other side of the internet, and proceeded to leak them so everyone could mock her. The drama with Pixie became so big over at CGL that they even made her a theme song. The theme song was uploaded to YouTube December 7th, 2011.
This is a great, like, top thing about this Lolcow is this song about her.
Oh,
Wake
good.
up in the morning, PixyTeri's my name.
up,
I'm
seagulls?
cosplay clad. My mom is mad cause I forgot to bathe. Before I leave, rub some cheese in the crack of my cause they won't know that I'm white if I look yellow from the back. I'm talking about straps sticking in my rolls. Mom begging me to change my clothes. Block blowing up from trolls. Watch bleach and haters are gonna hate me. Wind chimes tell my history. I know that I'm beautiful.
The wind chimes was the reason why she's like, oh, my mom had the affair. Because there was a Chinese wind chime in her backyard. She's like, oh, see?
And sex won't stop, buttons pop. Shampoo. Jesus Christ, get a life. Those are just my workout lines. Off, now you're blocked. I am just beginning to shine. Won't stop, buttons pop. Shampoo. Jesus Christ, get a life. Those are just my workout lines. Off, now you're blocked. I am just beginning to shine.
I bet you money. Anyone that does think she's like really attractive is because of that outfit.
Yeah.
That outfit, like,
oh.
I mean, but the smell. Come on.
But the everything else.
Yeah, dude, is that like wow creativity? I mean, we have AI
That was
nowadays,
good. Yeah.
but that was ooh.
Pixie even allegedly came to CGL to defend herself before the end of the year. It ended up being more of a Q&A with everyone from CGL really excited to get to talk to her, and it was
Oh,
kind of
no.
nice. But shortly after that, on December 22nd, 2011, the golden age was cut short. PixyTeri deleted everything. Her Twitter, her DeviantArt, and her photo book.
Okay, so this
all
is
were
a good
gone.
thing.
Here is a quote from her.
She kind of was forced into doing it,
Right.
from her sister.
Okay, I mean, that's good. Somebody told her, like, hey, stop.
Yeah, that would be if that was the end of the story.
Right. I mean, obviously not.
Let's skip forward a little bit.
Extremely well known throughout the anime-loving community, and on August 19th, 2013, the same cosplayer from the PixyTeri Says video entered their cosplay of PixyTeri to a worst cosplay contest. The reception was great.
They're gonna try to sing for you. My favorite song.
Yeah, I kind of skipped through this. That was a person doing an impression of her. Easy
For a
to do it.
costume contest. Oh,
And
wow.
That person, I guess, is now a drag queen. Who could have thought it?
Legend tells it that PixyTeri's photographer is not a person, but instead one known as Tripod San. Someone came to the Kiwi Farms on April 15th to give more info on PixyTeri and her family's reactions to her online interaction, writing, "Here's some info I picked up on Pixie from another forum. Don't know how legit it is or not, but it sounds reasonable. The thing is, family members have told her to stop and look at herself. Her mother even said to her a few months ago, 'You're not the size you think you are,' and even bought her some plus-sized items. Of course, PT got mad. Even dumber is that she was mad that they fit. Her mom tried her best to limit PT's internet exposure and disapproves of her buying cosplay and Lolita junk behind her back when she's supposed to be paying off her hospital bills, since she's a hypochondriac. The first step that her mom took years ago was making her delete her DeviantArt account. The second was to deactivate her Facebook and Twitter accounts. But we all know how well that worked out, because she just came back to all the accounts, minus DeviantArt. Even worse than before, crazier than before. There was even a time when PT's older brothers often move in to help her mom and Papa PT, since PT herself is so f***ing crazy. Then her other brother and sister-in-law tried to get involved. Her sister-in-law basically monitors the internet to make sure that she doesn't make too much of an of herself. Obviously, she doesn't have much control over that, seeing as how PT kept tweeting about that James guy, on and on. It was cringeworthy to watch. It felt like an ugly old woman lusting after a teenage boy. It's been what feels like ages, and she's still not over that buddy. And of course, there was the recent Huzubando rant she had on Facebook about how she wants a man that'll basically bend over backwards for her, enable her delusional fantasies, let her spend all his money and whatnot, saying this is the only man she'd be willing to change for. On Lolcow, for people to collect
So
change for.
So to the guy that thinks, oh, I kind of have a crush on her.
You have a chance.
I mean, I wouldn't say go for, run to the hills. But I mean, don't.
You never know until you shoot your shot.
I'm looking up the comment to make sure I'm saying it's the right person.
Oh, okay.
All right. Uranus Killer. I have to admit, I have a weird sort of crush on PixyTeri. I said, well, I hate to break this to you, but never mind. When the video comes out, you may not think this way anymore. He said, challenge accepted. I said, okay, but just remember, I did kind of try to warn you, bro. So.
I mean, that's fair.
We didn't even get to the part yet.
Oh. Yeah.
That's at the end.
Oh, good.
So she was getting blackmailed too.
Okay.
And these trolls also, like, because she would leave, come back, leave, come back. And every time she left and came back, like the troll community or the people that were like, talking shit about her, like started loving her. Like, because, like, like, more like, oh, good for you.
Okay.
We'll champion your craziness.
Yeah.
But then she had some British guy. She had something over her.
Oh.
There was also like a entire website that was dedicated to making fun of her. Made a accusation that she was on a call, and somebody told her to essay a little girl, and she did, and that wasn't true. But that narrative got pushed so far that when they found out, oh, that may have happened on this website, they just deleted everything off the website. For the most part, she even came back skinnier, but still,
A lot tonight,
Still
and I
crazy.
don't care what people say. I'm lonely. I don't care, Rico. You can suck it. Not only were people now trying to help Pixie with her blackmailer, and Anon drew her some lovely fan art of her as a Bleach character to cheer her up about her upcoming birthday, which she had been posting that she was very sad about. People also began to try to get to the guy that they thought was blackmailing Pixie. I saw people messaging him on various apps, trying to get information from him with no luck. This person also tried to write to Pixie on Skype to warn her about Rico.
So the people that were making fun of her, all that stuff, kind of the fan base kind of molded into like this, kind of like what happened to Christian when he came back. There was a lot more white knights.
Okay.
And people like saying, all right, you're fucking weird, but we're going to make sure you don't hurt yourself.
Right.
Obviously, we all know how that ended with him doing his mouth.
They wrote this on Lolcow. Also, to expand on why I believe it was Rico logged in on her Skype account. I had used the exact same name for Skype as I had Kick, and after speaking to Rico through Kick, I decided I was going to log into Skype and warn PT, to which I was met with what seemed like an angry PT, repeating back to me some of the exact same things I said to Rico. At first I thought, okay, Rico just linked PT to our convo, so I went ahead and warned PT about Rico, tried to tell her not to trust him, that I knew he was blackmailing her, etc. But what was weird was that normally with PT, she just instantly blocked you, right? Here, she actually just stayed and watched me type and read everything I typed. So I logged back into Kick and engaged with Rico, and he immediately started repeating back to me what I just typed to PT's Skype. After I argued with him for a bit, I went on PT's Twitter to see if there was any mention of what has just happened, and my account was not blocked. She was still following me and was tweeting happily away as if nothing happened. It legit seems like Rico is controlling every facet of her life. It was worrying. After sad posting on Twitter for days, Pixie went back on TinyChat on May 15th. I want to note that later on, Pixie was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Everyone on Lolcow was excited that the Queen even went on camera in this night's stream. It did seem like Rico was trying to get her off though, and started to allegedly spam the chat with links to Lolcow. There were tons of screen caps from that night's.
A little part of me is like, what if Rico's kind of like trying to help? You may be a Lolcow, and you may get some support, but they are milking you for the lulz.
Yeah.
Still.
TinyChat, and everyone seemed to be having fun. Tons of PixyTeri followers seemed to be cheering her on and video chatting with her. There were also a lot of cameras turned on of men drinking off their you-know-what. Pixie seemed to be laughing at it, having a great time. PixyTeri then posted some new videos online, acting smiley and happy, and a day after the fun TinyChat, PixyTeri went on TinyChat again, and again the next night, and I think again the night after that. She was increasingly dressing in less and less, as everyone cheered her on. After several days of TinyChat, on the 18th, she went on and expressed some worrying things involving her depression, and a day after, claimed that she was going to quit TinyChat. That didn't last though, and she went on TinyChat again pretty much every day of the rest of the month, and looked quite happy in the screen caps as people watched and joined in. But between TinyChat streams, she was sad posting on Twitter, obviously obsessed with how sad she was that she would be turning 30 in 2 months. June comes, and people began to try to dox the British guy in an attempt to free the Queen. I don't think the doxing attempts brought any results though. PixyTeri seemed to have cooled down by June 4th and started posting nice photos again. Not only was the queen looking happy, she eventually got even more famous by appearing in a cosplay cringe article around June 7th. I feel like these old articles making fun of cosplayers are extremely dated. Nowadays, I think articles like these would be considered in poor taste.
Yeah.
Because everyone's a fucking weirdo now.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay to look like a butt.
It's been normalized.
Followers could see the video.
Isn't that funny? Like that finish line was there, and now it's so past that now.
Yep.
That's normal. That's why I'm like this Lolcow. If they were only born 10 years earlier, or like even less than that, they would never ever gotten this stuff. The incels would have made fun, but never Lolcow status like this.
Video they posted is now gone.
Like this is like Lolcow and like Girl World type shit.
Yeah.
But the person who posted had cliff notes. It seemed that PixyTeri was now identifying as male and was getting really sick physically and mentally. This troll called themselves PTNR 2.0
This is where it gets kind of dark.
and explained that they got this information from PixyTeri by pretending that they were a gynecologist to gain Pixie's trust. And then, of course, after gaining trust, proceeded to post everything. They continued in another post to detail the woman's mental health, writing, "Another thing I'll note is that she is really disjointed and borderline incoherent as compared to how she used to be. At one point, she randomly asked if I believed in witches. She told me she thinks hermaphrodites are aliens from another planet. She then kept asking me to assure her that no one was going to throw her into a mental hospital. She'll interrupt to say she feels like she is pregnant, but she knows she isn't and feels that there is something growing inside her. She is absolutely terrified that she is going to die. She also seems to think her mom is plotting against her somehow and wants her to die because she wasn't born as a male or some shit. I'm not a doctor, but I play one on Skype. But I don't think this stuff is just more of her usual craziness. This stuff is too nutty even for her. I'd chalk it all up to a symptom of whatever the is going on with her more than anything else. It's either causing psych issues or exacerbating the one she already has. It was really hard to have a lucid conversation with her."
So, thinking you're Japanese, making your own backstory. Your delusion that you're Japanese gets you to the point where you don't bathe, you put, extra small stuff on, you get made fun of, and you are just saying, "Fuck you guys, I'm beautiful," but thinking that you're not fat too. Like, so you're in that delusion. Your mind is so it doesn't get that double check because you got the trolls, and maybe that a little of that aspect. But I think she was crazy to begin with because she barely
100%.
worked. She only had minor jobs and she didn't keep them for long, right? And she wants to get a quiet boyfriend, to do everything for me. So she didn't want to grow up. She has mental issues of that nature. They morph into something of like gender dysphoria, right?
Yeah.
But it's not because she was cosplaying as dudes. When she came back for like the fourth time,
Yeah.
like it's supposed to be a girl character as a dude, but you're a girl. It's like if a girl dressed up like Batman.
Right. No,
and called
I get
themselves Batman.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're like, but you're a Batwoman. So I think that delusion though got stuck in her brain because the cosplay thing was so much of her life that she felt comfortable dressing in men's clothing. She's got to be a guy. Her mom, it treats her like shit. Doesn't treat her brothers like that. Gotta be because she's not a guy. If she was a guy, everything's better. I'm a guy. That's how it goes. Like, and because she's bipolar, that, I'm not a doctor,
Ups
but
and downs, ups and downs.
But like, her mind switch, which is already kind of fragile, if you get something that's like, good, you think, like, oh, dressing up like a dude.
Yep.
They'll attach to that and just suck the life into it to make it reality so they feel better. But at the end of the day, that's not the solution.
her. The only good that came out of this conversation was that this troll got PixyTeri to go to a doctor. After all of this went down, Pixie basically disappeared off the internet. People followed her, but updates were less and less. As said, PixyTeri mostly disappeared. People followed her on Facebook because a lot of people had a sense of nostalgia for the Queen's heyday. Over there, it seemed she kept losing weight, and surprisingly started to accept that she was in fact white. On March 20th, 2017,
Oh, good!
she posted that she wanted to learn about her European heritage, and wanted to start to dress different. She continued to cosplay, and even won a cosplay award for Best Adult Cosplay this year. Pixie continued to talk about questioning her gender, but I do think it was more along the lines of not wanting to be feminine or girly. I believe Pixie was more of a tomboy, as she still went by the name Sarah on Facebook, but I could be wrong. Everything seemed to be great. She might have even deleted her Facebook at some point, or at least didn't post anything anyone seemed to care about. That was until a worrying post from her mother surfaced on December 21st, 2019. Her mother had posted a review to a mental health doctor on Facebook detailing really graphic, horrific things about her daughter that really has no place on Facebook. This opened up a lot of people's eyes to what Pixie had been dealing with, and
So on top of that, you add the mother was an actual bitch and fucking may have verbally abused her daughter a lot more than we all thought.
Right.
We all thought it was funny because, like, oh, this girl, she's not, bathing. So let me add this to it because this video was made a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
So this is from 8 months ago.
Okay.
Okay, it's been a while since this video was out. Pixie is now goes by Sora. That's Sora.
Yep. From Kingdom Hearts.
And he, him pronouns.
Mm.
Regardless how you feel about people changing pronouns and genders, ideological, please just respect how they feel, because I know some people have become fans and reached out to her. Oh, sorry, to them on Facebook. I rather discourage you from doing so. They are a human being. Always remember that. And let's see. I'm trying to get more updates because I don't have the Facebook. I'm not gonna. Even if I did, I wouldn't link it.
Good.
Because basically they're a trans man now.
Yeah.
That's my understanding. And what's hilarious is you saw that part where like, oh, I'll look into my European heritage, and then just turn into an anime character again.
Yeah.
That's insane. I wish I could find more information than that.
Yeah.
So to Uranus Killer, you got a crush on it, dude.
Yeah.
Haha. No. No,
I mean,
because
she's still a girl.
Yeah, no. But this is the thing. Like I know a lot of people hate like when like, oh, this fucking cisgender white guy talks. But this irks the fuck out of me because we're becoming experts on the delusional crazy.
Yeah.
On the show. And hopefully you guys are getting education on this too firsthand. These are people, the real people that we cover. I can tell you, like anything that has to do with gender, like and all that stuff, it always ends with it didn't make them happy, and it always ends with, well, they went that so far that side, they can't go back to normal, and they could only see it end one way, and that's by not responding. I generally think that this person, like other than their mental issues, it was a nice person. Like they looked like they were filled with joy when they were doing something that was weird to a lot of people. I did say things that are kind of like, oh, mean and all this stuff, but they're all true. I would I would never want to have someone troll this person
No.
because now there's so many more people that are worse than this that you could go after.
Yeah.
Her
People
delusions of
legitimate harm society, or legitimately harm society.
and
This
the
person's done.
and the worst part when I was doing all my research about her was at first when you heard like the mom make fun of her, you're like, good reality check, fucking bathe.
Yeah.
But if you had a mom that like, because the first rumor was that, oh, tanning pills,
Yeah.
and then you have that yelling, and then you
Mhm.
have her giving way too much info on Facebook, and you know how older women are.
And living at home for a really long time.
She's already had something wrong with her.
Yeah.
And it was just being abused and abused, and it cracked the nut, and it now she's trying to live as a man. And when that doesn't work out, we may get some worse news.
Yeah.
Uh, and like I like the whole trans thing, all this stuff, and me saying all this stuff may offend somebody. I don't care. I'm being
Nope.
flat honest with you guys. Like it's not going to help. If you think it's going to help, and you acknowledge that you're not going to get menstruation by changing into a woman, or vice versa. You're not gonna get like big and strong. You can beat up guys if you're a girl and you turn into a guy. It's not going to happen. But if you want to live that way because that's how you feel more comfortable that way, okay. Just don't shit in anyone else's salad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like live your life, and no one else will fuck with you.
Yeah.
But just put that fucking effort in. If you're a dude turning to a girl, like look like a girl. Okay? Like because then I don't have to question it.
Yeah, I won't question it. If you look like a dude, I'm gonna call you a dude.
Exactly. But if they're just like a really like broad shield guy, like with a wig, I'm like, hey, what's up, dude? Like, but if it's like someone that like has feminine features, but you're kind of like, oh, they probably got a bigger wiener than me. I'll just go with it and say she because they look close enough.
I'm still gonna say dude.
No, you're not. No, you're not. There's some of those out there that look.
No, if it's passable, but I'm saying like if
That's
it's...
what I'm saying. Passable.
Oh, okay.
I mean, because that's the big like hurdle. I think a lot of people like don't understand in their trans community of like, why are they not using my pronouns? Because you don't look like you're supposed to look. Oh, it's a social construct. Then why do you care about the pronouns? You see the conundrum?
You don't look like what you want to look like.
And a lot of the newer, trans people, they're not really trans.
Yeah.
They're doing it for brownie points.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know why the fuck you do that socially, but like,
because everybody gives them a medal.
But yeah, and money. PixyTeri, I legit think that she may have the gender dysphoria. Because she was warped into that.
Yeah.
Does that change the fact that she's always going to be a woman? No. But I would respect that because I like knowing that backstory. That's fucked up, man. Like, because you were a fat cosplayer, you got mentally like dominated to the point where every time you came back, and I'm not saying it's not her fault that she kept interacting with it.
Right.
It's just sad. Like, I feel bad.
Yeah.
And I wish her well, him, whatever. I mean, I would just think like if you got older, and even with like a mental illness, you could be like how Chris Chan was gearing towards, where he was going to conventions where they were talking about Chris Chan lore, and he got it.
Yeah.
He understood. And like he even made up with the guy that won that Papa Rapper contest that ruined his life because he wanted to go get a PSP or something.
Right.
Like I just imagine nowadays if she was like how she was like at the start and make YouTube videos, there would be so many white knights around her.
Yeah.
She would never get fucked with again.
Well,
and they would embrace the craziness of
I don't think so. I think she'd still get messed with. But there would be more white knights around her. She's a different form of crazy. Than
she's not Tony Chase. Tony Chase crazy.
Yeah.
but she's close
Yeah, she's down
because
that
it's like more
line.
rooted.
Yeah, she would jump the rails too much. I just don't think that she would be able to stand, because she'd also chase the trolls and all that stuff. So that, I mean, who knows? Who are we to say? You know, she lived the
Banana
life
Bear
she
Show?
did. She lived the life
We're
she
becoming
did.
experts on this, Mikey. If you haven't realized, I'm training you to become a doctor of crazy fucks on the internet.
Oh, okay.
I'm baptizing you in knowledge of crazy, so you can speak it yourself. No,
I don't think I want to be baptized in crazy.
Too bad. We already got this more fan base now. We got to keep going with it, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. And with that, go check out the Banana Bear Show on YouTube. Be sure to like, subscribe. Tell us what you think of Miss PixyTeri, Mr. PixyTeri. I don't know. That's confusing.
Teri's
And I
kind
don't
of like
care.
a man name if you think about it.
I mean, but she's also Sarah. She goes by Sarah. And Sora. Tell us what
Sora?
you think of Sora.
What do you think of
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Heart person?
Kingdom Hearts 3. Tell me what you think of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Anus Killer has a crush on that dude. Good job. I warned you. I warned you.
And we'll see you next video. Bye.
Andy Dick screaming his boo-filled cries. Cyrex covered in scabs with bedbugs lies. The Banana Bear Show! Subscribe and buy.